Greetings to all of you. We're going to look at the most powerful vintage American cars that every car enthusiast dreams of owning. These iconic vehicles have left a lasting impression on the automotive world. Let's dive in and explore these timeless classics. The 1964 Dodge Dart 330, which has 415 horsepower, is ranked number 10. Later on, the more potent 426 cubic inch max wedge engine became an option, even though it was initially equipped with a smaller, lighter 273 cubic inch V8 engine. With this update, this car's power output increased significantly, going from a meager 180 horsepower to an astounding 415 horsepower, which propelled the car onto our list. These kinds of engines were combined with some very crazy engineering decisions, like redesigned intake and exhaust manifolds and increased compression ratios. To put it briefly, the Max Wedge was intended for racing, but ended up in your average $1,885 Dodge Dart that was available to everyone. Number 9. A 425 horsepower 1965 Shelby Cobra. We will talk about the street-legal version of the Shelby Cobra Super Snake, even though it's been known to produce up to 800 horsepower, making it the most potent American classic. The street version of the Shelby Cobra, one of Carroll Shelby's greatest gifts to the automotive industry, flies over wide open spaces at 186 miles per hour. This is made feasible by the renowned 427 cubic inch V8 engine's 425 horsepower. The street-legal version maintains parity with its most formidable rivals, despite having half of its competitive edge. Number 8. 425 horsepower 1966 Chevrolet Corvette L72. Chevy's 1966 Corvette is one vehicle that continues to be the trend of reaching 425 horsepower. This car's sleek bodywork is undoubtedly stunning to look at, but what's under the hood is truly what steals the show. During 1966 and 1969, Chevrolet designed and built the L72 engine, a huge block V8 engine that was used in many of the cars made during that time, such as the Camaro and Chevelle. Before it was made public, the L72 was predicted to have 450 horsepower, so it was pretty powerful. With a 0 to 60 time of just 4.8 seconds, it left the people with a sleek sports car that demonstrated exceptional acceleration, proving that its incorporation into the 1966 Corvette was well chosen. Number 7. A 425 horsepower 1969 Dodge Charger RT. The 1969 Charger RT is one of the vehicles in the Dodge lineup that is on our list because of its strength and dependability. We specifically mean the ones that have the 426 Hemi installed, which increased the car's horsepower from 375 to 425. The engine's hemispherical combustion chambers, which allowed it to run at such a high power, gave rise to its name. Before it was finally outlawed, it was even thought to be the best engine for drag racing events, even with a 4.9 second 0 to 60 time. This Hemi's engine roar is ideal for any fan of American muscle cars. Number 6. A 425 horsepower 1970 Plymouth Barracuda. Regarding the Hemi engine, the legendary Plymouth Barracuda and its Dodge equivalent are tied with a 426 cubic inch engine, producing 425 horsepower each. Nowadays, collectors are drawn to the Barracuda, and at the time of its introduction, the Hemi provided Plymouth a fighting chance against such intense competition, even though a wide variety of engines were offered for the Barracuda. The Barracuda is still much of a rare find and expensive sight to behold, as it was when it was first released, as shown by the fact that more than 50,000 of them were sold in only 2 years, with an average auction price of $3,400, though some have sold for over $3 million. Number 5. A 425 horsepower 1971 Chevrolet Corvette ZR2. The ZR2, which is the second Corvette on our list and is powered by one of the storied Ellis engines, is hard to come by for fans of the brand. The ZR2 can reach 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds and a top speed of 170 miles per hour. Under the hood is an LS6, a third-generation iron-based engine built with distributorless ignition and standard equipment. People just don't want to miss out on the large block Corvette, which is regarded as one of the greatest vintage vehicles to drive. Number 4. 430 horsepower 1969 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. The Camaro ZL1, the second vehicle on our list with the L72 engine, takes things a step further when the astounding 430 horsepower kicks in. Although less lift and lessened drag are probably responsible for this power boost, the new engine is definitely the source of the power. Instead of the L72, which was the ZL1 standard, it was replaced by a 428 cubic inch V8 that produced just about 335 horsepower. COPO introduced a new range of options that include this replacement, enabling individuals with the know-how to order a Camaro with an L72 big block engine. A ZL1 that can reach 60 miles per hour in 5.2 seconds is simply too amazing to ignore. Third place goes to the 450 horsepower 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454. The cherished 1970 Chevelle SS, which is regarded as one of the most potent muscle vehicles ever made, boasts an incredible 450 horsepower. With 450 HPs and 500 foot-pounds of torque, it is a crowd pleaser and an absolute monster on the road. Its remarkable performance is due to the 454 cubic inch big block engine, which offers it a significant advantage over comparable vehicles. Originally, a 396 cubic inch engine was planned for the vehicle. It is easy to understand why the Chevelle is a true American icon, given that it can completely complete a quarter mile in just 13.8 seconds. Number 2. 450 horsepower 1996 Dodge Viper GTS. Being the only car on the list from the 1990s, the original Dodge Viper is an incredible car. This is to be expected as Dodge produced the 8-liter V10 engine. The 450 horsepower and 490 foot-pounds of torque that the Dodge Viper boasts put it on level with the highly acclaimed classics from decades past. Fans of the automobile have talked highly of it. And get this, it also is lightweight with an aluminum body that enables its travel with ease at a top speed of 177 miles per hour. It was built with performance in mind. Number 1. 460 horsepower 1970 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 is the top car. By the time we finish our list, it should be clear that the Corvette family of vehicles strives for excellence and doesn't let up until they leave a lasting impact. The 1970 ZR1, the third Corvette to be discussed, wins with an impressive 460 horsepower, the most horsepower for an American classic. It is equipped with an LS7 engine, which is regarded as one of the world's most potent naturally aspirated power plants. The LS7 is a step above its LS forebears like the LS3, boasting titanium intake valves, improved cylinder heads, and an incredibly durable camshaft that can withstand far higher pressures while still providing the ZR1 with more power. I appreciate you seeing to the end. Remember to subscribe and like the video. We will catch you in the next one.